What is up to all my fell-handed finessers? It is I, the Mexican Burt Reynolds, and today we have some footage here from Bannerjoesph97. He is in his boomstick, the Iowa, so let's see what he can make happen here with this particular vessel. Now, there's a lot of conversation on which is going to be better, the Bismarck or the Iowa for the ultimate top-tier battleship. I personally believe it's still going to be the Iowa, simply because the Bismarck has that turtleback armor. However, it doesn't have the punching power that the Iowa is known for. It really has that amazing dispersion, as well as just monstrous guns, 16-inch guns, 16, 18, whatever. Big guns. So there's a lot of killing power there. I don't know. Maybe we're just going to have to see when it comes out and then kind of make our call right there off the jump. So we touch somebody right there off the rippity-rip, and we're reversing because we're kind of spawned a little bit close to the AO here. I hit that gentleman for 7,000. We have a fast mover here moving in. We're going to try to connect with him. We do have AP loaded. We just don't have enough time here to properly load in HE. Sometimes, guys, you have to send what you've got in the pipe there, so to speak. We did manage to touch him, got a defended ribbon to boot. It's not a good time when you see a DD already on the map in the first 30 seconds, but you know what? What do I know? Moving on. Now, as you can see here, we're up to 10k, got a defended ribbon, and what we're doing here is we're backing out of everybody's range. We have, Apex Predator here, folks. We have the highest range in the game. So we are essentially just backing out of everyone else's range. Wow. That was a good connection. We almost killed that poor fella, up to 16k. As far as movement on the top of the board there, the enemy have lost 1 DD so far. And we have also lost a DD for ourselves. So it seems like those are the Suicide Scouts, so to speak. We're going to try to catch this gentleman right here. See if we can't possibly make him go bye-bye. It'd be a good thing, in kablamo. He is erased from the map. So, in a minute or two, literally all of their DD support is gone. They're going to have a hard time trying to locate anybody from now on out. DD-wise, of course. Moving on. Up to 16k, 1 kill, defended ribbon. We're trying to make it happen here. We're kind of getting in the zone here where we can start some work, and we are in, going a quarter forward, and we've got some decent shots here on a Tripits. See if we can't possibly catch him. It looks like we overshot just a little bit, touched him just a little there on the end. And you know what? When they're coming at an angle, it's very difficult to kind of judge how fast, how much you need to lead or no. We have a perfect side shot here. This gentleman right here is lifting up his skirt, broadside all the way. As soon as we get the forward guns to come up, we're going to fire the super firing guns, and we're going to lay some hatred to this gentleman. I'm very interested to see exactly how much hatred we managed to lay to him. It's looking good. Excellent dispersion, and oh my god, his game is over. Wow. Woo! 60,000 damage so far. That poor guy, it would be a waste of time to shoot at him anymore. We're going to leave him for the bottom feeders. Wow. Unless, of course, we don't have anything else to shoot at. I cannot believe we touched him that hard. And that, folks, is why we don't ever lift up our skirt for the bad guys. Now, of course, it's a different thing if they haven't fired. You don't know if they're there or not. But in this case, we've been shooting at anything that moves. So he has a pretty good idea we're there. Let's see if we can send these to him here. Finish this gentleman off. Looks like some torps are inbound. That's something kind of I don't even know if I would have wasted torps on. And now, of course, the dispersion kicks in, and we, don't hardly hit anything. It's funny how that works. Sometimes you will take somebody for everything, and other times you will just barely touch them. But that's the name of the game. It's all in the game, and unfortunately we are all kind of in the same situation there. This gentleman is out there living his best life. We're going to try to ruin that for him. He's healing back to back. He's getting a lot of health back, which is good because that's always more health to farm. just kind of, once again, barely touched him. He wasn't angled up for us, firing AP, so there's a good chance a lot of that ended up bouncing, possibly have some over-penetrations. Either way, we are going to kind of go for greener pastures here. We have a gentleman kind of lifting up his skirt as well. See if we can't possibly throw some hatred here into his side. We're going to see what we can get going on there. 63,000 damage so far. It looks like good dispersion here. Really going to... no, it just didn't happen. It looked good, but it just didn't happen in the end. That's what she said. This gentleman over here is a one-shot for anybody on the map. I mean, we don't have a lot of targets. If you look at the map, we don't have a whole lot of things within range. But you see, contrary to that, if we had spawned near the middle spawn point, we would be getting shot by everything. Now, as far as the team goes, we are on the bitter end of the stick here. We are getting the bejesus killed out of the team. So it's unknown if we can clutch this at this time. Excellent shot. Hit that fella. Took him for all he's worth. 84,000 damage. 4 down on the red team. 5 down on the blue team. So we really need to pick up the slack. We're 1 ship down. It's not bad enough to where things are going to become exponentially harder, but you know what? It's knocking on the door, and we don't want to let it in. We are detected here. We have danger kind of close, simply because, you know, if we don't have this island to our side, this gentleman could possibly get some decent broadside shots to us. So we need to make sure we keep that island in between he and us, which is good because, you know what? I'm always getting shot at by every single person on the map. So this gentleman right here is having an extreme stroke of good fortune here, because this gentleman right here could start making some waves. And it looks like he may. I'm not sure if he's AFK or not. I can't really tell. But if he's AFK, we're going to farm the ever-living mess out of it. We do just have to be cautious because we're kind of lifting up our skirt here, giving him broadsides from that section. If he is, however, you know, not... Oh, well, it definitely had some stuff come in there. So he's definitely not AFK. So we just kind of have to be careful, because if he connects with that, he's really going to end up walloping us really good. But, you know, going the converse side of that is that, you know, the guys from the front, we're bow tanking them, so they're going to have a hard time unless they manage to overpin our front armor, which is extremely possible. So, you know, we still have a lot of concerns out here. Going back to the top of the map, 93,000 damage. 4 down for the bad guys, 5 down for us. Not moved a whole lot. Personally, though, we're just stacking up the damage, getting damage here, there, and everywhere. A lot of citadels to look at there. Really making it happen as far as the citadels go. That being said, though, you know, we need to stay on our toes. We have this gentleman right here, 12 o'clock. He's dug in. He's coming out, though, giving a broadside. We're going to try to punish him for it. Have another gentleman there behind him, pushing up. Excellent spread right there. Good dispersion. It looks like it's going to hurt, and it doesn't. Man, you know, RNG, half the time it looks like it's going to be bad and it's good, and the other time when it's good, it's going to be bad. So it's iffy all across the map. So it looks like, folks, this gentleman right here is kind of dug in. He's moving behind an island. He's going to get into some cover, and we're going to kind of have a bow tank war. This other gentleman right here, however, is lifting up his skirt. If we can kind of get over there, throw some hatred at him, give him a good side shot there, that will be another piece of the puzzle we really won't have to mess with. Now, what Bannerjoesph is doing here, folks, is he's just bow tanking all these guys. The reason he's doing this is because there's not a lot of risk on his end. If he's bow tanking, they would really have to have a lot of gun to overpin his front armor superstructure. So this is a good move. For the most part, we're going to be okay. We're going to take minimal damage. We still have to worry about that gentleman over there. To about our 2 o'clock, that's kind of an issue. This guy right here is in trouble. He just pulled out, phrasing, and he's given us the broadside. We're going to go ahead and wait till he's a little bit flatter. Go ahead and send it. As you can see, he's kind of turning through that arc, and kablamo. We all saw that coming. RNG could do nothing about that one, unfortunately. We knew it was coming. 2v2. It is clutch mode, folks. It is clutch town. That is where we're at right now. We have this gentleman right here. He needs to go. I feel like we've got a good shot on him. It looks almost like he's slowing down to a complete halt. You know, as far away we are and all that. A decent spread right there. Not exactly the tight dispersion we're normally used to seeing in the Iowas. We touched him gently there for a little bit, and the follow-up shot ends up getting us a high caliber. So bravo for that. 126,000 damage. Out here making it happen, folks. This guy is undeterred. He is not bothered any way, shape, or form. There's an Iowa firing on him. However, you would think that would be his primary focus. Well, folks, it's just a little old us. Hopefully we can make this happen. We can clutch. We know we've got a gentleman out here who's a one-shot. Luckily for us, we're almost completely full health. We are ready to rock. We haven't even hardly been shot much this game. So it is our time to shine, folks. Apex Predator, we're going to go out here. We're going to make it happen. I believe in him, and you should believe in him as well. Because you know what? When the chips are down and it's 2v1, you have to keep a cool head, and you kind of have to think through things. You don't necessarily want to go out there and rush into something, end up getting, you know, in a tight spot. A gentleman over there to our 3 o'clock. A little bit concerned about him. He knows we're here. He's kind of been shadowing us off and on the whole game. He knows this location. He knows we're here. He knows he can't shoot in here unless he kind of moves up. Unfortunately, we don't have torps, so we can't really see which angle he's thinking about coming. The other ship has us spotted. If we can get a firing solution on this other ship and connect with him, we will send him to the water garage post-haste. The package is on the way. Let's see if it gets delivered. It's looking kind of decent, looking good. Don't necessarily know if it's going to connect there. And now we're going to kind of pull up on this gentleman right here. He is giving up some decent side shots. However, we are too. We're going to take some hits right here. And oh my goodness, we got walloped. Secondaries are going off. And this gentleman too is kind of full health. So this is going to be a mono-e-mono type situation. You know, the other gentleman, if he has gun range, can get involved if he wants to, but I highly advise against it because you know, we don't. He doesn't want to garner our attention a whole lot. Kind of post up behind an island, provide support fire, that sort of thing. Now we could go for the ram. If we can get in there, we can go for the ram. We can really put some damage downrange. But if I was this other Iowa, I would not want the ram at all because he's going to lose every bit of his health and die to boot. We're burning just a little bit. It's not a good look for us at all. We're getting low health. A lot of things are happening we're not necessarily crazy about. This gentleman's here. He's still pushing at us, 12 o'clock. I believe he feels some type of way. It looks like he may or may not mix it up with us. He's still kind of turning away gently. But either that or he's surrendering. I can't tell. It does not look good as far as teams go. Oh, and we ended up getting killed before we go in there for the ram. But bravo. Excellent game. Bannerjoesph97. Tons of damage. 172k. Guys, really hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.